Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Mathews, your NWS Revolution pay-per-play commentator for Revolution Impact, also known as Thursday Night War, and NWS Revolution pay-per-views. And today, I am going to give you my NWS Revolution Open Fight Night Impact Pack review. And what a great show it was. We got two new champions. What a main event match we had. But okay, let's begin with the recap of the show, shall we? Here we go. All right. NWS commentators, me, Josh Mathis, and Don Callis welcome the fans to the Cow Palace in Daly City near San Francisco, California, and promote Open Fight Night, then run down the match card. I, Josh Mathis, say we will feature Ian Cleveland versus Jason the Situation for the NWS Intercontinental Championship. Then we will see Cody Braden versus Dan Lambert, but in a last man standing match. Don Callis gets on the mic and says we will also see the Crew versus the Miners for the NWS Tag Team Championships in a Buried Alive match, and the Fabulous Fairy will defend her NWS Women's Championship against Impact Knockouts Champion Tessa Blanchard. Don Constant says the Shinobi Mafia Warriors, Cody Mercer, Jason Voorhees, and Psycho Mercer with Paul Heyman in the corner will team up and face Devin the Demon, Michael Weapon, and Cass Steel with Will Phil in the corner. I, Josh Mathis, get back in the mic and say the main event is a surprise. I, Josh Mathis, and tell the fans to enjoy the show as me and Callis go do commentary with Matt Strike and special guest commentator Jack Harvey. And we plugged the first match. It was also announced that Cody Bernard is not in the arena due to injury with two broken arms and legs and a broken neck and a back and a broken back and a bruised trachea. And he just had surgery. And Cody Bernard is expected to be out of NWS Revolution 4 to 6 months and is filing a lawsuit against the Sons of Chaos for assault and battery. Yeah, oh, boo-hoo, Cody Bernard, boo-hoo. Okay, the first match was an NWS Intercontinental Championship match. Ian Cleveland defeated Jason the Situation for the NWS Intercontinental title. This was the first match as Ian and Jason the Situation wrestled a good back and forth wrestling match, with Ian wailing into Jason the Situation and knocking him in the Kimura lock. But Jason the Situation refuses to tap, unlocks Ian in the Iron Claw, but Ian refuses to submit and suplexes Jason the Situation, then F5s him as he goes to pin him. But Jason the Situation kicks out and hits Ian with an Inzaguri and a double underhook pile driver and meat hook and DDT as he goes to pin him. But Ian kicks out and Jason the Situation pounds away on him. Jason the Situation lands a 650 senton on Ian and Angelito an electric chair and a back body drop as Jason the Situation plants the end of days and goes to pin him. But Ian gets a showed up and Ian fights up. Jason the Situation lands a shooting star press as he goes to pin him. But Jason the Situation also gets a showed up and then him and Ian trade blows. Jason the Situation is about to plant another end of days, but Ian blocks, delivers the one-wing angel, gets the pinfall to become the new Intercontinental Champion. When a new Intercontinental Champion, Ian clean via pinfall with one angel. This match lasted 13 minutes and 45 seconds after the match. Jason the Situation, Ian shake hands as a sign of respect. What a good match. We got a new Intercontinental Champion. Ian did say earlier earlier in the breakdown preview that he is going to be competing in death matches and will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against any opponent he fights on Revolution Impact, and he's also going to be defending against Maximus. That should be very, very interesting. And then backstage, NWS General Manager Mr. Jesse Acevedo. Vito, congratulations on being the new General Manager, by the way. It's interviewed by NWS backstage interview Michael Cole. Michael Cole has gone back to being a backstage interview, and Will Phil is now the manager agent advocate of the Sons of Chaos. Michael Cole congratulates Mr. Jesse Acevedo on being the new NWS General Manager. Mr. Acevedo thanks him. Michael Cole asks him what plans Mr. Acevedo has for NWS Revolution. He tells Michael Cole it is a surprise, but next week it will be NWS Revolution presents the return of Extreme Rules. Night where all matches will be under Extreme Rules, no disqualifications, no hold barred, fouls count anywhere, more hardcore type of matches. Mr. Acevedo then books Michael Scars Minor in a match against a mystery opponent for his NWS Scars Championship. And Minor is going to be shocked when he sees who it is. Then Mr. Snippy then interrupts Mr. Jesse Acevedo, tells him that is not family friendly. He will not allow it. Mr. Acevedo then berates Mr. Snippy and tells him he will be in a handicap match next week against Team Robert Night Day and Cody Braden in the Texas Death Match. Mr. Snippy then tells the GM he cannot do that. The GM replies he just did it. He has security escort Mr. Snippy be out of the building. Gotta say, what a great announcement from Mr. Jesse Acevedo. I love seeing Mr. Snippy go to out of the building because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants Mr. Snippy in the building. Nobody wants to hear what Mr. Snippy has to say because Mr. Snippy is boring. Boring. And shout out to the viewer that's watching, by the way. Okay. Next, in the backstage, Team Wabonite Day, IRS agents, Scooter St. Well, and Sir Wabonite are talking about Shane McMahon's betrayal and how they and the rest of the Sons of Chaos will make his life a living hell and pay hard times. Wabonite then says he will take his best close friend forever and brother for life, Scott Casey Gale, out to lunch at Poe's Deluxe Hamburgers, bunch of some tasty, delicious, and best hamburgers in San Francisco. Scooter thanks him, then Mr. Corey Braxton Esquire then shows up as they invite him. Corey Braxton Esquire then thanks Scooter Knight and he hugs them. Scooter say when him show up at night and say they will take their brothers, Cody Brainerd, Ned Castillo, Michael Rappaport, and Will Phil the Sons of Kids out to pizza, then add Marcelo's Pizza, and they invite IW's Commissioner Mr. Corey Braxton Esquire. Will Phil then shows up as they hire him as the brand new agent advocate of the Sons of Chaos. Phil is thrilled as he shakes their hands and signs the Sons of Chaos and Team Up at Night Day managerial contract. Mr. Corey Braxton Esquire then says, "Wow, what an amazing and enchanting idea." Corey Braxton Esquire said, and then says, "Remember, keep paying taxes and stay family friendly and fight the good fight." Okay, Mr. Corey Braxton. I don't know if the Sons of Chaos is going to stay family friendly. And then us and Jack Harvey say awesome news as we plug the second match and go over the rules. The second match was the last man standing match. Cody Brainerd with Will Phil in this corner defeated Dan Lambert with Paul Heyman in this corner. This was the second match as Lambert sneak attacks Cody from behind and roundhouse kicks him as the ref counts, but Cody gets up at 3 and beats the hell out of Dan Lambert as he super kicks him, then locks him in a sharpshooter. Josh Memphis point on commentary that stupid idiot Dan Lambert should know it's a last man standing match. Striker and Jack say Dan Lambert's brains have been too damaged and scrambled to motor beans. And then Cody then busts open Dan Lambert for steel chair and RKOs and 4 tables as the ref counts to 10, and Cody wins the match under 3 minutes. Winner Cody Brainerd Big 10 coming last man standing with RKO going to match less than 3 minutes. After the match, Cody then poses with us and the fans. And then backstage, Michael Cole interviews the Shinobi Mafia Warriors. Cody Mercer says what the Sons of Chaos did to Cody Bernard was wrong, and says the Shinobi Mafia Warriors will make them pay and suffer the consequences for what they did to the loyal member and personal interviewer. Mercer then says he is so proud of Shane McMahon and turning his back on Scooter St. William and Sir Rob Knight and the Sons of Chaos. The Mercers then offer Shane McMahon a spot in the Shinobi Mafia Warriors. Says he is glad that Cody Bernard helped Shane McMahon see the light and see the Sons of Chaos for who they really are. Mercer then says tonight they will beat the Sons of Chaos members Devin the Demon, Michael Rappaport, Castillo, and dedicate the match to Cody Bernard. Oh boy. Also, there was an incident where the new Intercontinental Champion Ian Clean was attacked by Maximus. Yes, earlier on Ian Clean was attacked by Maximus. How will Ian Clean retort to that? And what would he say about his new Intercontinental Championship win? And then Mr. Jesse Escobedo is shown in his office as Mitchell Mayette comes in his office and demands a high raise and a rematch against Dallas Kahneman for his World Heavyweight Championship at Fighters of the Survivors. Mr. Escobedo says Dallas is already in the War Games match, but he says, and if he wants to defend the title against him and take it, he'll take. And then it's up to Dallas, and Mr. Escobedo says he'll take that idea into consideration because he thinks there are better opponents than Mitchell Mayette. Mitchell Mayette says nobody is better than him. Mr. Escobedo then tells Mayette to get out of his office. Says he has ordered Mitchell Mayette to take a drug test next week at Revolution Impact, and if he refuses, then he will suspend him without pay. Ooh, interesting. Mitchell Mayette gonna take a drug test. I personally like to see that. That should be very, very interesting. Interesting. And then I just might say General Manager Mr. Jesse Escobedo is laying down the law and putting sleepyhead Mitchell Mayette in his place, and rightfully so. Jack agrees as us and as us and him plugged the third match. And the third match was an NWS Women's Championship match. The Fabulous Fury defeated Tessa Blanchard. This was the third match as Fury and Tessa had a back and forth match with Tessa taking down Fury and hitting her with a double arm suplex, dropping flatliner, figure four head scissors, one knee, and Tequila Sunrise finisher as she goes to pin her, but Fury kicks out and spears down Tessa and gives her a double arm DDT and shoulder tackle, then a suicide dive. Fury then goes to pin her, but she kicks out and drops Fury with the slingshot belly to belly suplex, the magnum, and the buzzsaw hammerlock DDT as she goes to pin her, but somehow in some way the Fabulous Fury gets a shoulder up. The Fabulous Fury then locks Tessa in the Fury statement as Tessa is refusing to submit and ends up passing out. Fury wins the match and retains the NWS Women's Championship winner and still NWS Women's Champion, the Fabulous Fury, via making the opponent pass out with Fury's statement that this match lasted 17 minutes. Gotta say, this was a pretty good 17-minute match. Both the Fabulous Fury and Tessa plan to put on a really good match. Wow. The Fabulous Fury has been on quite a roll with the NWS Women's Championship match. And then backstage, NWS General Manager Mr. Jesse Escobedo is in his office saying what a great match it was. Says he has some more matches announced the next week. He will be hosting a contract signing for the War Games match at Fighters of the Survivors, whereas in 2 weeks, and where our contenders will be there signing contracts. Wow, that should be very interesting. I wonder how this contract signing goes because usually there's always chaos that happens during a contract signing. And then us say then me, Striker, Carlos, and Jack Harvey say business is picking up next week. And as we plug the next match, and it's the Shinobi Mafia Warriors, Cody Mercer, Jason Boyce, and Psycho Mercer with Paul Heyman in the corner, defeated the Sons of Chaos, Devin the Demon, Michael Wepper, and Castillo with Will Ferrell in the corner. This was the fourth match. The Sons of Chaos and the Shinobi Mafia Warriors traded blows with the Sons taking down the Shinobi Mafia Warriors with move after move as Devin hits the Mercers and Voorhees with a big boot as he gives him the old school and locks him in a demon's gate, but they refuse to submit. Devin implants the Mercers and Voorhees with a chokeslam and tombstone pile driver as Rapport lays the Shinobi Mafia Warriors out with the skull crushing finale. Then Castillo lays them out with the angel paddle as they go to pin, but Power Heyman interferes and breaks up the pinfall, only to be taken out by Will Ferrell for his troubles. The Shinobi Mafia Warriors and get the momentum back as Mercer hits Devin Wepper and Castillo with a spine buster as Voorhees locks him in the Ravens Hollow and Crystal Lake of Fire. But they refuse to tap out. Mercer 1 then locks Devin in the Coquina Clutch as Mercer 2 locks Wepper in the Camel Clutch, but they refuse to tap out. Then the Suns battle back and bicycle kick the Shinobi Mafia Warriors and drop them for triple Ragnarok as they go to pin him, but Power Heyman distracts the referee as Shane McMahon runs down to the ring and breaks the cinder block over the heads of Devin, Michael Wepper, and Castillo. And I just remember saying, commentate, what the hell is that backstabbing bastard Shane McMahon doing getting involved in this match and ruining it? He has no damn business in it whatsoever. And Shane McMahon definitely had no business in this match. Then Mercer won and lays out Devin Wepper and Castillo with the fourth dispatch and Canadian Destroyer. And then Mercer 2 plants the Psycho Bomb on them, and as boys at 15-7, the Shinobi Mafia Warriors deliver the Antipode for the win. Winners the Shinobi Mafia Warriors via pinfall with Antipode as this match lasted 14 minutes and 16 seconds. Then me, Strike, and Jack had discussed with the Shinobi Mafia Warriors when Shane McMahon interfered. And then after the match, Jack has had enough. He got up from the announcement and he attacks the Shinobi Mafia Warriors. Jack then hits a low blow on Cody Mercer and brought a steel chair to the ring and hit Cody Mercer with a chair. Jack then picked up the chair again and planted Mercer with a dirty deed. Jack then hits Mercer on the head with a steel chair and busting him wide open. Jack then brutalized Cody Mercer with the chair, repeatedly cracking him across the head and back non-stop and had a mean look as he was dead focused on War Games. Wow. And I gotta say, Cody Mercer deserved that beating from Jack Harvey. That's what Cody Mercer gets for being a traitor and for running his mouth. Cody Mercer just should know not to piss off Jack Harvey. And then backstage, the GM, Mr. Jesse Escobedo, says he will not allow the Shinobi Mafia Warriors cheating to win their matches. From now on, there will be consequences and fines. And if the Shinobi Mafia Warriors cheat or have someone happen to them, then they will suffer the consequences. Wow, Mr. Jesse Escobedo, you're laying down the law. Good on him, because because the Shinobi Mafia Warriors always got to cheat to win. And then we say that Mr. Jesse Acevedo, the right wing is me, Striker Callis, and Jack Harvey plugged the co-main event. It's the NWS Tag Team Championships Buried Alive match. The Crew, Dallas Coleman, and Jesse James Resurrect defeated the Miners as they had Ethan Joe Bow in the corner. This match is underway as the Crew and Miners beat the hell out of each other. The Crew waylays into the Miners, gives them a backbreaker, hold and an aided neckbreaker as and then the Miners hit the Crew for an aided whiplash and aided super bump and aided splash. Miner drops JJ on Dallas the Miner bomb and scars Amada as Murderer plants the murder bomb. Miners then drag the Crew to the grave and are about to bury them, but the Crew fights back and hits the Miners with a shovel, busting them wide open as they smear the blood all over them and beat them down until the Miners fight back and bust open the Crew with a steel chain and then drop them with the aided scars pouch of as they go to drag them to the graveyard, but the Crew battles back as Dallas lays off the Miners with their sister Abigail and JJR drops the Miners with the package power jumper. Then the Crew plant a sweet chin music power jumper combo white full glass table, and then they carry the Miners over their shoulders and plant another sweet chin music power driver combo right into the grave as they haul the dirt and bury the Miners alive as they win the match and retain their NWS Tag Team titles. Winning still NWS Tag Team champions, the Crew, burying their opponent's life as this match lasted 19 minutes. Dallas wages his NWS Tag Team title and World Heavyweight Championship, and JJ wages his Tag Team title. So the Crew then celebrate the victory. Well, I gotta say the Crew has really been on a roll with those Tag Team Championships. I mean, who's gonna stop them? Who is gonna stop the Crew? Who are gonna be the first tag team to defeat the Crew for the Tag Team titles? And then after that, wow, I gotta say that was a great buried alive match. Both teams look good. And then we get another Team Whopper Night Day block. Hanging out in San Francisco, California. Footage from earlier today. The Sons of Chaos, Scooter St. Williams, Sir Whopper Knight, Cody Brainerd, Castillo, Michael Weber, and Will Field are shown arriving at a five-star hotel in San Francisco called the Fairmont San Francisco. Scott Casey Gale and Sir Whopper Knight pay for the Sons of Chaos, pay for everyone. The Sons of Chaos and have breakfast and lunch at 8 a.m. cafe after checking the hotel suites. Then they take a tour bus to the Golden Gate Bridge, then a Golden Gate Park, as they take pictures and post them on their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then they take a tour to Alcatraz Island and learn the history. And after that they visit the California Academy of Science and learn a bunch of science and then the exploratorium and learn history from there too. And they end up eating dinner at Gary Danko's Scooter and Gary Danko. Scooter said when Bob and I paid for the dinner. Then they went to Danny Tanner from Full House, who was with Jesse Katsopoulos and Joey Gladstone, and he was also with his family and friends, and they were also eating dinner. And then the Sons of Chaos arrived to the arena. Gotta say those Team Whopper Night Day vlogs, those Sons of Chaos vlogs just keep getting better and better. And it was good to see Danny Tanner from Full House and Full House. Nice to see them run to Danny Tanner. That's very interesting. And then as us and Jack Harvey say, Team Whopper Night Day vlogs are amazing. As always, Scooter St. One then is expected to cut a promo. And then Will Ferrell then introduced Team Whopper Night Day. Scooter St. One comes up with Sir Whopper Night to a huge massive pop from the crowd as they are about to cut a promo and talk about war games and half the fans. Then all of a sudden, NWS Hardcore Champion Shane McMahon comes out and interrupts them to loud, heavy boos. Shane then tells the fans to shut up and brags about being the best in the world and brags about winning his WWE World Cup and explains the reason why he turned on Scooter St. William and Sir Whopper Night and the rest of Sons of Chaos is because he got sick and tired of being associated with them and thanks to King Cody Bernard, it was King Cody Bernard who gave Shane O'Mac a wake up call when he visited him in the hospital last week and showed him the light. And what for the Sons of Chaos would Shane McMahon says. And then Shane says that is why he traded him because Cody Bernard helped him realize who the Sons of Chaos were just using him because of his money. Man, because his last name is McMahon. Jack Harvey then got up from the announce table and said he has had enough of Shane McMahon running his mouth and announces there's a match between Scooter St. William and Shane McMahon right now. But it is not for the Hardcore Championship. It is for the vacated NWS Universal Championship. The match happens now, and Scott Casey Gale chooses it to be a House of Hardcore match. And us and Jack Harvey plugged the main event and announced it as a House of Hardcore match per Scooter St. William's request. Main event, House of Hardcore, NWS Universal Championship. Scooter St. William with Sir Whopper Knight and Will Ferrell in his corner defeated Shane McMahon with Paul Heyman in his corner. The main event is underway as Scooter and Shane O'Mac beat the hell out of each other as Scooter spears down Shane and slams his head on all four turnbuckles as Scooter hits Shane with a spine buster and beats on him with a candlestick and singing from Kane. Then a steel chair. Shane McMahon then low blows Scooter and busts them open with a metal pipe as he smears the blood all over him, then slams Scooter on the announce table and then gets him the turnbuckle and elbow drops and Whitefoot and goes to pin him, but Scooter kicks out as Shane and drags Scooter to the court and puts a trash can on his chest and nails the coast to coast as he goes to pin. But Scooter gets his shoulder up and beats the crap out of Shane McMahon and busts him open for hard steel chair shot to the head, to the face and head. And he locks Shane and the Scooter Wakanda, but he does not survive. And Scooter then plants Shane with the Scooter Bomb, People's Elbow, and Blue Thunder Bomb as he goes to pin, but Paul Heyman pulls out the referee. And Josh Mathews, stand commentator to discuss that damn Paul Heyman again is ruining this match. Then Sir Robert Knight then lays out Paul Heyman with the Shades of Night. The Shinobi Mafia Warriors then come down and attack Scooter, but the rest of the Sons of Chaos then come on and beat the hell out of the Shinobi Mafia Warriors to even the odds. Sir Robert Knight holds Paul Heyman in a full Nelson to prevent him from getting more involved. Scooter and Shane McMahon are wrestling back and forth as Scooter sets up a flaming barbed wire glass table and hits Shane with a trash can and trash can lid. Then the steel steps. Shane then wakes Scooter in the eyes and is about to put him through a table, but Scooter ends up blue thunder bombing Shane McMahon right through the flaming glass barbed wire table and pins him 1, 2, 3 and becomes the new Universal Champion. Josh Mathews saying, come to for excitement. We have a new Universal Champion in Scooter St. William. Then balloons and confetti are coming down from the scene and winner and new NWS Universal Champion Scooter St. William via Blue Thunder Bomb through flaming glass tables as his match lasted 25 minutes and 34 seconds. And then, after the match, Sir Rob Knight comes in the ring and congratulates Scooter and hugs him. Then Cody Brandon comes down and also congratulates him, then embraces him. As do Demon Demon, Michael Weber, Cat Steel, and Wilfield. Then Josh Mathews, and Don Callis Matt second and get up from the announce table and congratulate Scooter as we shake his hand and embrace him. The crew then show up and also congratulate Scooter. IS Commissioner Mr. Corey Braxton Esquire once to the ring to congratulate Scooter, and he hugs him and he kisses him on the forehead. But then the NWS World Heavyweight Champion Dallas comes and shakes Scooter's hand. The whole NWS staff comes up to congratulate Scooter, and then Mr. Jesse Acevedo then comes in and high fives him and embraces him, and then Jack Harvey then gets up and the whole entire roster, and then Jack Harvey then gets up from the announce table and congratulates Scooter and embraces him as well, and then the NWS roster except for the Shinobi Mafia Warriors, M Club and Ian Clean are congratulating Scooter as they toast them. Then me, Carlos and second, then we turn to the commentary table. Josh Mathews saying, commentary, we have a new Universal Champion that is Scott Kisageo, also known as Scooter St. William. What a celebration! Congratulations to Scott Kisageo. And then we say we are out of time. As I said, I'm gonna go join Scooter St. William in the celebration. We are out of time. Good night, everybody. Don Carlos says, yay, Scooter, and see you next week. And Striker says, what a deserved win for the Scooter St. William. And thanks to fans for coming. The show goes off the air with Scooter St. William celebrating with the NWS Boston fans. Gotta say, what a great night. What a great open fight night. Once again, congratulations to Scooter St. William. And next week, Don Callis will be back here to do the Revolution Breakdown preview and the next week's Revolution Impact reveal. And we got in shout out to 2 viewers watching. Well, make sure you subscribe to the NWS Revolution YouTube channel for all your promos, breakdown previews, reviews, interviews, face-to-face competitions, contract signings, wrestling matches. Like the NWS Revolution Facebook page and Instagram page, and follow us on Twitter at NWS Revolution. Anyway, Josh Mathews, I'm gonna go join Scooter St. William's Universal Championship win celebration party. Thank you for watching, and remember, Don Callis will be back here next week. And Scooter St. William is expected to make a video sometime here either today or tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a nice day and namaste. Josh Mathews out.